Sharon here again today. Today it's all about the hooks. There's so many different styles and types of hooks out there, you wouldn't believe it. There's the furls, which are my favorite. They're easier for me to hold. They don't cause my hands to tighten up as much. They're great. I have arthritis in my hands. Believe me, these are a lifesaver. There are a lot of other ergonomic hooks out there that other people love just as much. There's Clover, Tulip. I believe Boy and Susan Bates both make a version. But then you also have different types of hooks. This is a Susan Bates. It's unmarked, but it's obvious just by looking at the tip how it angles like that, as opposed to, I believe, a Boy. See how that one is more of a round, comes down rounding more? Put the two of them side by side and you can see the difference. Definite difference. And most people either love or hate one or the other. I don't have a problem with either one. These are both Tunisian hooks. This one has your long cable, and it's for making afghans, anything that takes a large number of stitches. Because it's also called Tunisian is also called the Afghan stitch, but it's where you would make a large number of stitches. They all stay on your hook till you work them off. These are they make these in various sizes and lengths. I have several different ones. These are just the two that I happen to grab. These are all for your thread. These will start at a number 00, and if you're lucky, you will find up to a number 16. The larger the number, the smaller the hook size. These are for your crochet cottons, your sock yarns, your fingering yarns, if you're making things like doilies or tablecloths, things of that nature. These are a couple of the wooden hooks that I use when I'm working on rag rugs or working with Plarn, which is plastic bags that has been turned into yarn. We'll do another video on that later on. These are just a few odds and ends. Aluminum, plastic. This is a no-name Japanese brand, I believe. Maybe Chinese. I don't know. It was something I got off of, I want to say, Publishers Clearinghouse. They had some books on different techniques that I had ordered, and this was like a freebie that was thrown in. This is a crow hook, or double-ended crochet hook. It's a hook on either end, and we'll do something on how to use one of these later on. But it's basically for making a two-sided crochet. So basically, that's just a little quick short video. Different types of hooks, different styles of hooks. Like I said, there's the ergonomic, like the furls, which I love. This would be considered ergonomic because it's got the larger grip on the end. I know Boy makes some. I'm pretty sure Susan Bates does. I know there's Tulip, there's Clover. So if you do have trouble holding the hook because of arthritis or anything else, check out some of the ergonomic hooks. I want to say Hobby Lobby has their own brand. I believe it's Yarnology, and they do some that are really similar to the furls but are all plastic, and they're not bad. I have used them. I have a couple of them. I have no clue which project they're in right now, but I do have a couple of those. I love my little metal ones. These were all my grandmother's. One of them, I do not know the brand, but look how different that is. Isn't that neat? I know it's an older one, and I know she had it for years, and it looks like you might have even been able to exchange ends, but of course I wouldn't know. I don't have any others to stick in, but that does look like a little bit of a way to maybe change an end or something. These also would come with little metal covers that went over them, and I have a few of those. Again, I'm not sure which box I've got them in. I probably have, I don't know, 400 or 500 different crochet hooks. I picked them up at yard sales, swap meets, estate sales, clearance rack at Walmart. Even if I don't need it right then, you never know when you're going to misplace your favorite hook, or if you're taking a trip and you don't want to take your expensive hooks and you want to take something that, should it get confiscated, you're not going to lose sleep over it. Or if it gets lost or broken. I would take something like this on a trip. I wouldn't take my furls. Sorry, they stay home under lock and key in my little fire braided safe, just in case. You never know. And like I said, this is also a Susan Bates. It's a Luxite crochet hook. I've actually never taken it out of the package. This one was made in Mexico. No clue where I even purchased it. You can really see the difference in the shape of the head. This is the Susan Bates shape from the throat down to the head. This is the boy. You can really see the difference. And like I said, some people swear by the boy, some by the Susan Bates. I have some of my older metal hooks are mostly boy, I think. That was probably what was most common in the area where my grandmother lived at the time. But this one is a Susan Bates. I also have some that are marked Ace, Gem, and Hero that are in the little metal. And it, like, excuse me, allergies are killing me today. The metal thread hooks, the ones that are used for thread. The larger the number, the smaller the head of the hook. Just the opposite with the aluminum and the plastic and the wooden hooks. The larger the number or letter, the larger the head area or the throat area of the hook is. So that's just, it's weird. Don't know why they do it that way. You will see that in with the USA numbering, you would get like 10.5K. With the it's another K. If they were lettering them for now there's comes more like, this is a G or a G6. This one is a 4.25. Hard to find hook, and you're not going to pry it out of my hands, that's for sure. But it's a 4.25 millimeter, which is how most of them are marked now. They are marked. This is another 4.25 G. Most G's are, and this is a US G. Most G's are 4.0. But now they're marked with a millimeter. That's more of a universal marking. Doesn't necessarily mean that it is going to actually match. Each company's markings are going to be slightly different from every other company's markings. The only way to really know the exact caliber of a thing is to actually measure it. There's all kinds of things you can get to measure how big your hooks are, and so that's something that, you know, go by what you've got. That's why gauge is so important, and we'll do a whole nother video on gauge. But like I said, today is just all about hooks. This is just a small portion of what I've got. I have tons more. This is just some of the smaller ones, as you can see. Let me show you here. This is just a little small portion of my hooks. I have them stored everywhere. But I try to keep the smaller sizes together and the larger sizes together so that I know when I grab something, that'll have the size I'm looking for in it. Anyway, just a little bit about hooks today. We will be doing another video later on I'd like to do one on gauge, how to measure your hooks, and how to hold your hook. There is no right or wrong way. Get that out of the way right now. But just different ways of holding the hook. So that's it for today, and we will do some more videos here a little bit later. I've got to go get this one edited, hopefully. And we will talk to you later. Bye.